Okay, the first step to making tomato sauce is going into your garden and getting some vine-ripe tomatoes. If you don't have a garden and you don't have fresh vine-ripe tomatoes, you can find a neighbor or somebody that has vine-ripe tomatoes and steal them. Do not buy tomatoes from your regular grocery store because your sauce will taste like cardboard. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is take your tomatoes and wash them and then cut them up and put them in your cooker. And because we have a super duper Italian press, Italian food mill, we don't even have to take the stems off because they're separated during the processing, which we'll show you later. But for now, just cut them up and shove them in there until they're softened up. Okay, once it starts cooking, put the lid on. Then let them get nice and soft, and we'll start on the next batch. In the meantime, I got tomatoes. Okay, so what you want to do is cook these until the skin starts to separate and come off. And then start the next batch. And just keep this assembly line process going until you've got all the tomatoes cooked up. Put the tomatoes in, stems and all. And then they come out in the end. This bad boy is rated to do 400 pounds of tomatoes in an hour. I'll run it through one more time to get more of the tomato juice out. Okay, so that about does it. Turn this bad boy off. And now we need to see if we can find some basil. Let's see if we can find some basil. Maybe we'll have some in the green. Oh, I think we're going to get lucky. I think we've got some basil in the greenhouse. That should be plenty. Okay, so we're going to put a little pinch of salt in these. And then we put a bay leaf in. I'm sorry, a basil leaf. Nice thing about granite is we don't need to worry about making a mess. Just hose that puppy off. And you want to fill them to about a ½ inch at the top. Okay, so the next process is the canning, and we need to put the lids on. We can only put 7 jars in our pressure canner at a time. So I'll do over 3 batches because we've got 24 jars from our first processing. Okay, so this should be ready. And load up the last batch. Okay. And these are the ones that are done. Now this one hasn't sealed yet.